Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Right now I am waiting for the Civic to warm up because I'm going to be doing a transmission service. For a transmission service, first thing you're going to do is you're going to wait for it to get up to operating temperature, and once that happens then we can start the drain and refill. This is probably one of the easier Hondas to work on as far as servicing the transmission for a drain and a refill. It's because your refill is going to be right here with the dipstick. You can just pull that out right there, and that's where we're going to be refilling it from. So as you can see, you don't need to remove anything. It's completely accessible there. And then we're just going to go right under the vehicle to get to the drain bowl. Okay, once we get under the vehicle here, you can see the drain bolt. It's going to be located right there in the center of the screen. As you can see, it's in the front of the transmission. So now with the vehicle raised like this, we want to even it out, so then that way the fluid moves to the front. So we're going to support the vehicle from the back. Now once the vehicle is sitting more level, we're going to get more fluid out of the transmission for this service. It is completely rounded and flat, and that's how it comes from the factory. So you're just going to use the 3/8 wrench. You're going to place it on there, and then we're going to go ahead and loosen the drain bolt. Once you crack that loose, you can go to remove your wrench and just loosen it by hand. Make sure you get the washer off with it. There we go. So that's going to drain now. It actually looks really clean. It's got 106,000 miles on it. It's never been serviced. And there's not a lot of metal on it either. This is all normal. Okay, so we're going to let that drain. Okay, while that's draining, we're going to come back to the workbench and we're going to clean off the magnet end of the drain bolt. You want to get this as clean as possible. You want to get everything off of there. All the black stuff is what came off. But there's no big chunks. It's all small stuff, kind of like mud kind of thing. That's all metal and debris from inside, but that's all normal. I'll clean the threads. Ideally, you want to replace these. Okay, once that's done, you'll know when it just begins to have a very slight dribble. We're going to clean up the area. If your washer didn't come off with the drain bolt, you're going to want to make sure that it's not stuck on there. So you have the clean drain bolt. We're going to reinsert. If you don't have a torque wrench, you're going to do snug and then just a little bit tighter. So we're going to get the wrench back on there. So just slightly, just with one finger, get it snug. And then you're just going to give it a little, like a 1/8 of a turn. And that's it. It does not need to be over tightened. Especially if you use a new crush washer, that's exactly what it's designed for. If you have a torque wrench, this is going to be 35 foot-pounds. So right here we're going to be 2.4, so almost 2.5, or actually, no, I was reading that wrong. So right here we're going to be 2.5 quarts. This is in the US at a service. If you're doing an overhaul, this is completely different. So that's not what we're doing. We're up here at 2.5 quarts. So that's the capacity. Now as far as the drain bolt, like I was saying, it's 36 foot-pounds. 35 is fine. You can be a little under, it's okay, but 35 foot-pounds. Now for the fluid, you guys know me. If you watch my other videos, I only use genuine stuff, or if there's something that's not, like a dealership doesn't sell a specific kind of fluid, then you use what's recommended. Now, again, with Honda, I'm very particular about the transmission fluid. I explained it all in the video that I did on my 2016 service. Honda Genuine, the updated fluid is going to be DW1, DW-1. It no longer uses the Z stuff. That's old and outdated. This is the new, and it supersedes all that other fluid. This is what we're going to be using. And it's 2 quarts, but it's 2.5 quarts. You can't buy half quarts, so you got to get 3. My area, they're about $9.99 a piece. I'm sure the prices are going to keep going up. So now we're back at the vehicle. What I'm going to do is I'm going to clean around the dipstick first, trying to get as much dirt and stuff as I can away from the hole. You could turn the handle around. I'm just using a paper towel. Well, it's as clean as it's gonna get. Just pull the dipstick. Ideally for this service, you're gonna want one of these long funnels like that. The short ones will work, but you may make a mess. So we're just gonna place it in the hole just like that. Now we know that it takes 2.5 quarts. So without even messing with it, I'm just gonna dump in 2 quarts. Bottle number 2. We got the 2 quarts in there. We're gonna go ahead and take this out. We're gonna put the dipstick back in. All right, so 2 quarts isn't even registering on there, which was expected, but again, we just wanted to make sure. It's always easier to add than it is to take out. So take that, we're gonna put the funnel back in. Okay, we're right in the middle of the hash marks, which is right where we want to be. And that's it. So now we're done with the service. If you're looking for filter replacement videos, go ahead and click right on the link that's going to pop up, or just search the playlist, or just search the channel. But I'm going to put a link in the video. We're going to do the filter next. Thanks for watching, everybody. Hope this was helpful. Have a good one.